and I don't even know. I'm headed to the store, either headed to some dough. The police pull me over, asking questions I ain't know. I'm tryna play me, I ain't going before they cake, man. I just wanna go.
Told me that upon waking up, I grabbed the officer by his neck. I'm not even coherent. I can't even comprehend when I first wake up. The only thing I want to do when I get woke up is go back to sleep. I doubt I woke up and grabbed anybody by the neck. We get to the police station. He realized what he did to me, looking me in my face, and he kept saying, and you hit me, remember? But if you write me a letter of apology, I'll make sure you get out on time served. He was looking at my face like he couldn't believe what he did to me. And then when I told him, he said, where were you born? I said, I was born in Germany. He was like, wow, I wasn't expecting that. I really wasn't. What does that have to do with anything?
Man, these dudes told me, he was like, when was the last time you were arrested? I was like, man, I've never been arrested in my life, not even a misdemeanor. They started laughing at me, man, like, come on, this nigga had to be arrested at some point, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I live my life to precision or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And they was really like, man, it was what it was, man. It's just an opportune situation. Like, I can't believe, like, they value money over human life. It's like we wasn't people out there to them. We was a come up a lick. Like, if a nigga come to the hood and rob you, you a lick. He don't care. You got family. You got people who depend on you. Whatever. Like, man, I got people that work for me in quite a few cities and states who looking for me to feed their family. You know what I'm saying? What I look like out here wilding, not doing something stupid, put my life in jeopardy, put the people around me in harm's way just to clown or fool or whatever they thought. Man, whatever they thought we was doing, man. Like, I've never witnessed nothing like that in my life, man, like how they was doing people. Not just so, it wasn't even just us. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of people out there getting done wrong, and I guarantee once anything transpired, what we document here today, it's gonna be seen, you know what I'm saying? And then it's crazy how they kept towing my vehicle, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I only bought this party bus just to go out there. I bought it last week. I got all the paperwork, all the documentation, everything necessary to operate the vehicle, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, they kept towing. They told the first time when they took them to jail, it wasn't even running, like the key wasn't in or nothing. It wasn't, the vehicle wasn't operating. It was parked outside of the hotel I was staying in. They was sleeping in the bus. The two that was on here, that's, you know, that's their position to make sure, to hold everything down that was on the bus, to make sure my funding was A1, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, when I got to the tow place, like, the dude, you know, the tow truck dude, he even told me how, you know, this is a weekend for that. They got to get their money. The bail bonds even told me, like, this is how they get their money. Like, they just want your money. They don't want you to fight the case. They don't want you to go against the police. They just want you to pay, get their money, and you go on about your business. Know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because they hit me for like $350 each time, and I got it out immediately. Like, first time they got it. The only reason I didn't get it within, you know, 12 hours or so is because I didn't have the vehicle's not in my name yet, because I just bought it. It take time for that to go through. So I went to the tow truck place and I was asking him, like, what I got to do to get it. I was like, here's the papers for that. And I was, no, you still got to do this, you still got to do that. I'm like, but okay, right here it says if I get a signed notary letter from the old owner or whatever stating that I am the new owner, this, that, and other can happen. And they was like, no, that's just for this, that's just for that. I'm like, but how is it on this window and it's only for certain people when it don't say who it's designated for? Like, essentially that should be for everybody, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, I even got the dealership on the line, and they was like, man, we'll do anything you need, we'll fax anything you need, any paperwork you need to ensure that you can get your bus. And they was still telling me that you couldn't get it, can't do this, can't do that. And I'm like, man, I don't understand. But I got out the first time yesterday, like, with no problem. Like, why is it a problem this time? But the cop, man, when I seen the cops come now, and like they start counting money, and like the tow truck people gave cops money, I'm like, man, what's going on with this? And it was like, it was Tremont Towing, the one that be on that little TV show, and another one called Beach Towing right next door. I went from one to another, and I was at the wrong one because they was the one. Tremont Towing told it the first day, the Beach Towing told it the second day. So I went to Tremont the second day, and dude was like, damn boy, you back again? Like, man, they really fucking with y'all, ain't they? And like, like, man, they trying to get their money on, man. This, that, and other, this, that, and other. He's like, well, I told you that yesterday. He's like, but it ain't, they don't get a lot. They just get $40 off each tow. I'm like, so, like, how can that work to your advantage if they know they gonna get money from towing your vehicle for any little reason? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you have a fighting chance? It's like, you can't physically harm the police. You can't physically fight him. You can't verbally do it, because they gave him a charge just for talking back to him. You know what I'm saying? Talking about battery on a non-violent battery on the police, whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I don't understand it, man. Like, this shit is crazy, bro. Like, just for money, you know what I'm saying? Just for money. Like, they doing all this just for money. Like, they making people objects just for money. Like, you not a human being. Urban Weekend is messed up how they call it Urban Weekend. It ain't only black people out there. It's all races out there. Why does it have to be designated and titled Urban Weekend or whatever? Like, it's every race, every creed, you know, ethnicity out there that weekend. But it's like, I mean, it's obvious, man. It was like 4,000 cops and only like 15 to 20,000 people out there this year. When past years, it was like 300,000 people. And what's crazy, almost everybody we ran into is from this city right here we in right now, which is Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta or Houston, everybody out there knew us, knew me, or knew something that I did. So imagine what that's gonna look like for them next year once this word get out on how we was treated, which a lot of people seen. A lot of people already knew because people was hitting me up talking about it or whatever. But just think about it, man. Like, I'm a promoter, I'm in marketing, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can reach the masses easy, and like, man, this shit ain't gonna burn, man. Like, we can't let this shit fly like this. It's crazy. Like I said, I ain't tripping on the money at all. It's just what they did to that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, my other partner, they ain't beat him down, but they start hitting him with charges out this world. But they dropped each one of them. Like, when they was going before the judge was like, I don't even see why they arrested y'all. You know what I'm saying? I guess the judges wasn't with a part of what they had going on. You know what I'm saying? What the cops or whatever had going on. But man, when I tell you, them cops out there, they did a nigga dirty, man. Then they was like, everybody with us, they was harassing. Like, you know what I'm saying? The other dude, they was just on feet. We was in the vehicle. The other dude was on feet. And like, some of us coming up saying like, yeah, the cops talking about these SMG guys, is this SMG? I'm like, man, we ain't doing nothing. Like, what are we doing? Like, we not physically harming nobody. Like, we out there putting out flyers, and then they gave a nigga $11,000 in fines. I couldn't even do my parties I had booked, to where I'm at the county of the Miami-Dade County Correctional Facility, waiting on them, trying to get them out. When I had a party booked right at that moment, I couldn't even be at the party. People hit me up talking about, man, there's 2,000 people at your little beach party or whatever, and the cops making all of them leave, in which if I would have showed up to that, I would have got hit, you know what I'm saying, with all them fines, which the owner of the other club that I rented out sent me messages talking about I got $11,000 fines when I'm going to come show up and pay those, you know what I'm saying, just for putting flyers out, and which before that weekend, it was nothing noted. The document stated that we can't put out flyers just down there, which honestly, when I went out there, I did see the signs that say you can't do this, you can't do that. Okay, understood. But when I went out there to book the venues weeks before, like, I asked the cops, could I do this, could I do that? And it was a different set of cops. It was obvious that the cops that was there weeks before was I mean, more laid back. They wasn't there for blood, for, you know, for whoever out there that weekend to make money out for. You know what I'm saying? The cops was like, yeah, you can do this as long as people not fighting, you'll be all right. But man, I'm telling you, like, when it came down to it, it was crazy. Like, man, it was a huge loss. Like, it was a huge loss. Like, I ain't never experienced nothing like that, man. I ain't never been in no situation where I couldn't control the situation, you know what I'm saying? I done been in situations where it was thousands of niggas, big gang fights, and I could stop it, you know what I'm saying? And this is one situation I couldn't do nothing because I'm not hitting no cop. Like, you'll be stupid if you hit a cop. That's a fight you're not going to win. That's the biggest gang in America. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to win that one. So a nigga ain't ignorant. I ain't going to talk back to him what his talking going to do. That never saw nothing.
Dripping
So,
sweat.
man, it is what it is, man. And look at all these 337 for been in there about 2 hours. Let me show this Fugazi ticket they gave me. All my paperwork, title for the bus, everything. The bill of sale, everything, man. I had everything necessary documented with my name, address, my Houston address, everything on it, my permanent address, everything, and it's still tickets out the air. Then I showed them my gun license, you know what I'm saying? I'm a square. So it's like on the cool, when I showed them that, they really wasn't paying attention to it. It was like they was more so want to do what they wanted to do. I couldn't put it together at the time that they was gonna try to charge my boy with the situations, you know what I'm saying? I just thought they didn't because they gave it back to me so quick. Trying to look for the other little Fugazi tickets that they gave me. Well, we got so many citations. This is the coldest one. On my on this one, it's a something, no tag attached, while fleeing. While fleeing, like, come on, man. If I was fleeing, why wouldn't you arrest me and take me to jail? If I was fleeing.
That's from the day that I got locked up second
Yeah,
time?
then I pointed that out to him, know what I'm saying? Because really on the cool, it would have been I mean, it still could be a situation like they trying to do to them, like pin them with some after the fact type of shit. Because really, if you know anything about the law, ex post facto, after the, you know what I'm saying, every charge that they pinned them with was after the fact, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing that they were like, first of all, they didn't give me any, like the first time when they told it, they didn't give nothing saying we torn it because there's no tags on there. No, it was nothing. It was just battery, the felony assault, aggravated assault on a police officer, battery, non-violent, a battery on a police officer. Then shit, that's really what that was. Like, all those charges came after they got on the bus. So what was the probable cause to get on there in the first place? So, and then with them got wild fleeing on here, I confronted him about that, you know what I'm saying? And he said, oh no, that was from another ticket we were writing. Like, come on, man. If you want this to stick in court, why would you not rewrite it and make it right for me? You know what I'm saying? Because if you take your part to court, if you was planning on showing up, they gonna see that and they gonna wonder why ain't that one of the things checked off as far as one of the violations that you was charged with or whatever. So it's like, then I don't know if he showed you on his, like they said we was doing gang activity or whatever. That's when we was on the bus, like driving. Like one dude was sitting at the back. He was standing up here with the bullhorn. He was sitting right here with the bullhorn. Okay, if anything we were supposed to be charged with, it was supposed to be like a noise ordinance, you know what I'm saying, for being on the bullhorn, doing what we was doing, clowning with it. Like, we ain't get no ticket for that. We ain't get nothing for that. You know what I'm saying? It's like every single charge that they sent our way was for something that wasn't relevant to what was actually going on. Like, man, they did my little bus bad, man. This was a new bus up until Miami police got to it, man. Miami Beach police. And, man, we wasn't the only ones. So, we ain't for the sit up here like we the only ones got, mistreated or whatever. It was a lot of people under the same, put in the same situation. A lot of people recorded what was going on. Like, I ain't gonna say they physically harmed me. They ain't do nothing to me. It's just, see what they did to my little dude, you know what I'm saying? And he only came out there, they came out there on my behalf. So I feel like I was responsible for everything. That's why when they were sending them bails and bonds or whatever, like, I had to pay them. I had to handle any and everything that was coming our way. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. But I know that shit ain't right. I was beating the shit out of a nigga and then just to get money, you know what I'm saying? If that was the case, they was legally extorting us on the cool, you know what I'm saying? They were just coming up with reasons to get money out of us. And like, if you know much about the law, I should tell you that. You know what I'm saying? I studied law for 6 years, got 2 degrees in that shit, and when that shit came to the surface, as far as what I mentioned it to them, it's like they just left me null and void. Like, I was listening to him every step of the way, from when the moment they took him and our other partner off the bus and sat them down by the bus. Like, some of them came up on the bus, they brought the dogs on the bus, they got my chopper off the bus, they gonna come out high-fiving each other, talking about yeah, these can go through our vest. Like, yeah, I'm gonna keep this one. Like, then he said they didn't even turn my chopper into evidence, you know what I'm saying? They ain't even turn it in, so it's obviously they're gonna try to keep that. Man, this is just a situation where they expect young Negroes to accept everything coming their way. You know what I'm saying? Every charge coming their way, they just expect you to accept that shit, in which honestly, it looked like that's what be happening, you know what I'm saying? Because even everybody we was with, everybody we mentioned it to, like, oh man, y'all ain't gonna win that, y'all ain't gonna win that, y'all ain't gonna win, y'all ain't gonna. It's like they really got it in black people mind, like, you can't fight, you know what I'm saying? And which is looking like that on the cool, because as far as what's been happening in Florida, how they've been doing the African American community, it's like they not winning much of nothing, you know what I'm saying? And who knows, we may not win this situation, but I guarantee you I'm gonna put the money up to get a few lawyers to handle this situation accordingly, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the position we placed in above any other, because got a couple dollars to handle these situations. Hopefully it go our way, because man, at the worst, like, they need to be reprimanded, or some lose their job, or some for this. Even if they don't go to jail, get no jail time for beating my dude. You know what I'm saying? They need to, man, something got to come of this. Because this ain't what that is, man. Especially with all these bogus, fugazi charges they trumping up on us. You can cut it. Oh yeah, man. He ain't making no better. That the name of my car club is Cocaine Car Club.